Welcome to the latest episode of our brand new show, Construction Equipment News, your up-to-the-minute resource from the latest and greatest developments in the field of construction and demolition equipment. In this week's episode, Develon unveils its new line of Stage 5 compliant compact excavators. But are they hot or are they not? MB Crusher adds 5 new models to its attachment range. JCB targets an electric future with its latest power packs, and Steelwrist gets set for PlantworX 2023. This show is live and interactive, so please feel free to leave us questions, comments, and anything else in the chat. We will get to them right at the end of the show. There we are. Develon has continued the rollout of its latest generation of machines with the launch of the new DX62R-7 and the DX63-7 Stage 5 compliant mini excavators. The DX62R-7 weighs in at 6.16 tons and delivers a dig depth of 4.09 meters. The DX63-7 is slightly larger, weighing in at 6.18 tons, but offers the same dig depth. Both models are powered by the new D24 Stage 5 compliant diesel engine that provides 44.3 kilowatts of power. Despite offering an additional 8% in torque, the D24 engine still provides a 7% decrease in engine fuel consumption. Both machines feature a new Develon cab. Key features of the new cab include a heating and air conditioning system as standard, DAB radio, hands-free and Bluetooth, sunglasses case, an 8-inch touchscreen, air suspension seat with heating, thumb wheel joystick, USB charger and 12-volt socket, foldable pedals, and dozer controls. So, what do you think of the new Develon machines? Those of you that have been here before will know that we like to judge whether we consider new machines to be hit or miss, or in this instance, hot or not. Do you consider the two new Develon models to be hot or not? Let us know in the chat. Just type the word hot or type the word not, depending how you feel about them. Let us have your thoughts, and we will round those up at the very end of the show. MB Crusher was one of the standout exhibitors at last week's Samota exhibition in Verona in the company's native Italy. And the company used the show as the international launchpad. Excuse me one second. The company used the international launch. Let me try that one more time. And the company used the show as the international launchpad for 5 new additions to its attachment range. First up is 2 new models that expand MB Crusher's compact line of sorting grapples. The MBG 400 weighs 200 kilograms and is suitable for mini excavators from 2.4 to 4 tons, and the larger the larger MBG 500 weighs 420 kilograms and fits mini excavators in the 5 to 7 ton weight class. MB Crusher also unveiled, and there we are, 3 new padding buckets: the MB HDS 307, MB HDS 312, and the MB HDS 412. That's what they look like. The buckets are designed to aerate packed soil and are ideally suited to cleaning demolition debris and selecting material to cover pipes or to backfill trenches. The MB HDS 307 weighs 170 kilograms and can be installed on excavators from 2.5 to 5 tons, while the MB HD 312 weighs 720 kilograms and is used with excavators from 7 to 11 tons. I'm getting ahead of myself there. That's too many slides. The MB HDS 412 weighs 1.2 tons and is used with excavators from 10 to 14 tons. Now, if you'd like to see the MB Crusher stand at Samota, you can do so using the link that I'm about to post in the chat right about now. Go and take a look. That's over on the Demolition News YouTube channel. Go take a look. They put on a fantastic display. JCB is targeting an electric future with the launch of 3 new power packs. I'm going to switch glasses. I'm struggling. Bear with me. The light's changing here and I can't see a damn thing. That's better. JCB is targeting an electric future with the launch of 3 new power packs: the 3.5 OQE, the 3.75 QE, and the 3.100 QE. I hope I don't have to say those very often. With an output voltage of 400 volts, they have a total storage capacity of 46, 69, and 104 kilowatt hours respectively. Each unit offers continuous output of 36 kilowatts, multiple socket connections with RCD protection, and input and output bush bars for ultimate connection flexibility. The power packs are JCB Live Link enabled, providing remote monitoring and ensuring that power is available when and where it is required. Live Link also gives users the option to control some of the output sockets, enabling operators to remotely turn off sockets that are no longer required to improve efficiency on site. Each JCB electric power pack is installed in a robust full steel enclosure with lifting points and forklift pockets, making them easy to transport on site. Now, if you were here at the top of the show, you will know that we showed you a pair of Develon compact excavators, and we asked you to vote on whether you believe them to be hot or not. Time is running out for you to cast your vote, so here's what the machine looks like again. Please, in the chat, type hot or not, and we'll come back to that in just a second. Now, is that the hot or not? No, I'm giving the game away. We'll come back to that in just a second. But while you're typing hot or not about the Develon machines in the chat, let me roll this. And finally, which is why I'm wearing the hat, the PlantworX exhibition is now just 32 days away. All of the 300 plus exhibitors are now gearing up for what promises to be the biggest and best PlantworX to date. Let me take that off the screen. I don't think we need that right now. And I'm going to switch the layout to that. That's much better. As I've said, the exhibitors are gearing up, and one of those exhibitors is Steelwrist. And here's just a glimpse of what Steelwrist expects to have on display. Now, if seeing Steelwrist, meeting me, meeting Lou Carney, who is actually in the chat as we speak, and the 300 plus other exhibitors in all their glory is not enough of an incentive to attend PlantworX, we have 2 more very good reasons for you to do so. The first of those incentives is that the show will look like this. And there is an even bigger incentive to pre-register. PlantworX is offering 5 lucky visitors a chance to win one of 5 £150 chip and pin gift cards, or one of 3 pairs of tickets to the PlantworX Innovation Awards evening on the 12th of June 2023 that will be held at the East of England Arena and Event Centre in Peterborough. Everyone registered as a visitor to PlantworX 2023 by the deadline given will be automatically entered into the prize draw. Winners will be drawn at random and selected and then contacted via email. To enter and be in with a chance of winning, you need to have registered for your free entry badge before midnight tonight. The clock is ticking, people, before midnight tonight. Now, you can register at app.plantworks.co.uk, or because that's the kind of guy I am, I'll make it even easier for you. Just follow the link that I put in the chat there. You can save time, hit the link, and potentially bag yourself £150. Now, you will recall at the beginning of the show, I asked you to discuss whether you believe those new Develon machines to be hot or not. Turns out it's universally accepted that when I get the right layout, they are hot. Let me have a look through the chat. Good afternoon to Ken Hatcher, who has now got some cloudy weather. Gary Muirhead, good afternoon to you as well, sir. Let's have a look. There is Lou Carney, Mrs. PlantworX. Good afternoon, loving the cap. I've dug it out especially. There's Dan Cullen. Good afternoon. Ken Hatcher says that looks a nice machine, talking about the Develon. Gary Muirhead says hot, and he even put some flame emoji. Let's have a look. Ken Hatcher also says hot, and he has a sweaty emoji. Dennis Hyman goes with hot as well. Good afternoon to you, Dennis. Thank you very much indeed for being here. Dan Cullen, hot. Kerry Jones, hot. I think we can accept. I think we can accept that the Develon machines, the new compact excavators, are indeed hot. Get rid of that and get rid of that. There's a bit of chat going on. Let's have a look. Sounding off, but all about how it digs and pushes, how handy it is for the operator. Some of those MIDI excavators have cramped cabs. Can only base it on what we're seeing so far. I'm expecting Develon to have at least one of those machines on their stand. I will report back further, Jim, but fair point. But I think we can accept they are universally hot. Dan Cullen says, I'd love a PlantworX cap to be more advertising for it. And there you are. Luke Carney says, DM me your address, Dan. I could have sworn you'd won one of these hats, to be perfectly honest with you, but apparently not. There is a Luke Carney rounding off the hot votes. There you are. Definitely hot. Nick Drew of the mighty Diggerman blog is here. He hasn't voted. He arrived too late. Nick, Develon, hot or not? Throw that over to you. And Develon will be at PlantworX. Yes, they most certainly will. It will be their first. They've had a number of first Develon. I was there in Conexpo for their first outing as Develon, replacing the Doosan name. They've also done Samota last week under the Develon brand, but they will be doing their first UK outing under the Develon guys on 32 days from now. So make sure you tune in to see that. Better still, get yourself pre-registered by midnight tonight and potentially bag yourself £150, whatever they called it. Was it a chip and pin? I don't even know what a chip and pin gift card is, but 150 quid, that's good enough for me. It was a hat I won, not a cap. You won at the wrong time of the year for that one, clearly, Dan. I do apologise. I'll give it the once over then. Thank you very much indeed, Jim. Nick Drew says, and hot, I'm sure, come a long way in recent years. They most certainly have. So I think we had about a dozen votes there that ultimately proclaim the new Develon machines as hot. Develon, if you're watching, you have some fans among the construction equipment news faithful. That pretty much wraps up this latest episode of Construction Equipment News. We are hoping to bring you an episode of this new show every Friday at 1 p.m, but the content obviously is entirely news driven. So if equipment manufacturers run out of ideas, or if the environmental lobby outlaws construction entirely, this show may be a little bit more sporadic. If you don't see the full show, don't fear not. This show has obviously been recorded. It'll be available over on YouTube just as soon as the show is over. In addition, I will actually be breaking down the show into its various constituent parts. So if you prefer to skip the Develon machines, and I can't think why you would, but if you prefer to skip the Develon machines and skip straight to the MB Crusher part, you can do that. Everybody, thanks for joining us. Thanks for taking part. I'll see you on Monday morning for our daily Breakfast Show live broadcast. And all things being equal, I'll see you here next week at 1 p.m. on Friday for another outing of the Construction Equipment News Show. And before I go, just to clarify on the chip and pin gift card, you can spend it in over 11,000 outlets. There's no point in me winning it because my wife would have spent at least £150 in probably all 11,000. But until I see you all again next time, people, I'm going to hit the interlude and I'll be gone by the time this gets back. Thank you very much indeed for giving up part of your Friday afternoon. I'll see you on Monday. And if I don't see you on Monday, I'll see you Friday. And it is official. Develon hot.